You're watching 𝘤𝘰𝘴𝘵, and no, my dear viewers, you did not hear me mispronounce that. I, in fact, meant to say 𝘤𝘰𝘴𝘵. Why? Because it is the month of October, and we're using a wok. This right here. If you don't know what a wok is, big pan. So, without further ado, today we're making chicken chow mein. Supposedly a very quick recipe, as most wok recipes are. I don't really have a whole lot of experience with a wok, so I don't know how it's gonna go. It's also not super seasoned because I just got it. So let's take a wok on the wild side and try to make this recipe to the best of our ability. So today we're making a chicken chow mein, which is a relatively simple dish. The recipe comes from Joshua Weissman because I cannot get enough of him. He makes it seem like a cake wok, but there's a lot of prep work involved, so we're gonna see just how difficult it is in actuality. And so we have some celery, green onion, carrot, napa cabbage, garlic, brains, raw chicken, and some sauce, which is composed of oyster sauce, soy sauce, sesame oil, and rice vinegar. It's a lot of prep work, and once we have everything in place, we're gonna get it into the wok, try to get everything going in a relatively short period of time because we've got to blast it with high heat. A little bit challenging, but we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna dice up this celery, then these green onions, and then we're gonna julienne this carrot. Julienne, like the prince from Madagascar. What do you call celery that cannot get a date? In celery. It's getting weird. It's getting real weird in the studio right now. I don't know how it's getting a little spooky actually because it walked over. Julienne, right there, Prince of Madagascar. So now that we've finally julienned our carrots, we're gonna move on to the green onions and then the cabbage, and we should be just about done. So we have since weighed out the appropriate amount of cabbage, and I have one question for you all. What do you call a cabbage that can't get a date? I don't know, I was asking you, so I guess we'll never find out. So here I have my plate of brains, aka cooked noodles. These are chow mein noodles that I cooked off camera just because it's just boiling noodles, not too interesting to watch. Everything that you saw me cutting up earlier is in ramekins. Off cam, it's a little bit off to the side. I also have the raw chicken here that I cut up into cubes, and then we got the fucking lettuce. I don't even know what this is. Cabbage. So you want to have it nearby, otherwise known as walking distance, just so that you can quickly switch things out, have all the ingredients ready to go. The thing about woks is that you cook at very high heat, so it's a bit of an involved process. You can't really walk away from it, and you have to be constantly going at it. Got the wok hot, and we're gonna start cooking the chicken. And at long last, I have walked the walk of fire and completed the dish. This is what you've all been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for because I'm starving at this point. Cooking with a wok is definitely a challenge compared to Western style skillets, but we got through it in the end. Hopefully with more practice and more seasoning, that'll get easier as well. More 𝘤𝘰𝘴𝘵 episodes, but as I said, only thing left is to try it. It's decent. That's as high of a praise as I can give it. It is decent. I don't think it was necessarily entirely up to user error. Yes, he did use a gas stove, so we did get more of that wok hei instead of my electric range, which is not quite as conductive to wok hei. Perhaps a disappointment, I think so, compared to a Chinese American restaurant. This wouldn't be quite as exciting because it doesn't have that savory hit. It's not as deep in flavor, it's not sweet. I'll tell you what this is it's fresh. It's pretty much what you want it to be. You can use the nicest produce, the nicest protein, and the freshest noodles, and you have yourself a delicious chow mein. Delicious. So it's actually, I don't know, there's a bit too much acidity in here. I think maybe the recipe didn't scale properly because I used dry noodles, whereas he used fresh chow mein noodles. I'm still gonna eat it, it's fine, it's really fine. Anyway, thank you to my patrons, thank you to 𝘤𝑰𝘐, thank you to Max Jin, thank you to everybody on the fridge, as well as you for watching the video. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the patience with my upload schedule as I figure things out currently. Woktober going on the entire month of October. We're gonna make more wok recipes. Hopefully I'm gonna start to veer into more traditional Sichuan dishes instead of the white man's recipe. I'm sorry, it's a bit edgy. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this off cam. Dare I say mid?